Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So yes, I have a new microphone, so none of you all need to complain now in the comment section how bad my microphone was. I knew about it. So with that out of the way, let's talk about important things. Palantir. So the price just keeps going down and it feels hopeless. So I wanted to have a talk to you guys about how you can actually make the most profit from Palantir, and how, if you're a certain type of investor, what is happening currently with Palantir is the best thing that could be happening to you. So I want to show you so that you can see what I mean. Many very not so smart investor thinks that the chart looks like this. When the stock price goes like this, they think that the chart is saying, okay, sell now, I'm going to go lower. And then they sell out because they get scared, or I don't know what happens. But here's the big question. When are you going to get back in? And I guess what they're expecting is, as the time goes by and the price keeps dropping and dropping, the chart is suddenly going to flash this. Hey, the bottom is here. And then they know that they can buy in. So obviously it doesn't happen like this. No one knows where the bottom is, right? And this is the problem. So here you come into the problem of exactly what Peter Lynch talks about. And that is that you have to know how to do evaluations. Because what do you do if you buy a stock and it starts going down? Do you walk around the house? Do you fight with your wife? Do you sell? You know, I actually on Patreon for $5 a month, I have made a Palantir valuation table that I show very often. And what I really love with this table is that you can play around with a lot of the numbers. You know, if they dilute the shares, then, you know, you can update the share count. I even have here that, you know, how much percent per year, you know, you can change that. You can change how much is their operating margin and how much they're growing per year. You know, you can update everything. And I'm very interested in what is the stock price going to be in 2025 and 2030. And based on my middle, not so optimistic calculation, I think the stock price is going to be 27. So you might disagree, you might agree with me. If you can buy Palantir for $8 a share today, then you are going to have a 35% compounded annual return. Now, you don't have to believe in my calculation. That's not the point of this video. The point of the video is that you should have an idea of, you know, based on your thesis, what the stock price is going to be. So this is the point. So here's another point that I think is very interesting and requires attention of the investors. So I want to show you. So we know that nobody can predict the bottom. But what if I tell you that the bottom doesn't happen at the same time for all the stocks? Let me show you what I mean. So we can all look at the S&P 500 chart and see that it topped out exactly in December or beginning of January, right? Very easy to see. But look at the growth stocks. So the growth stocks, some of them, for example, Coinbase bottomed out in November. TDOC, a very interesting growth stock, actually, they bottomed out 9 months earlier in February. Tesla, they peaked in November 2021, a bit earlier than Coinbase, but much later than TDOC. Zoom. So Zoom peaked in October 2020. So this is a full year and then some before Tesla peaked out. Then let's look at Roku. So Roku actually peaked out in July. Okay. Then we look at Square. So Square actually was peaking a few times, also in the summer, August. So why am I showing this to you? Here is Exact Sciences, another very big Cathie Wood holding, and they peaked in January 2021. So the reason why I'm showing it to you is because even if the market bottom is in, it doesn't mean that necessarily Palantir, or I mean, this actually applies to any stock that you're buying, that they will hit the bottom at that time. Actually, my prediction is that because the growth stocks have been in a horrible bear market, most of them since January, February 2021, they will be the first ones to come out of this. So that means that when you turn on CNBC and you hear that the market bottom is not in and the S&P is going to fall, fine. fair. Maybe it will fall. Doesn't mean that Palantir is going to fall. Actually, I'm pretty sure that all the growth stocks will turn before the S&P and the Nasdaq is going to turn. So again, it leads you back to this point, if we go back to Palantir, that when do you get out? And when do you come back in? So because it's impossible to even remotely guess where the bottom is, obviously the best strategy on Palantir is have your evaluation, know what the number is, and keep on buying every month. Okay? But here's another very interesting thing. If you agree with me that that is a very smart thing, because, then let's say that it's $27 and you know that if you can buy it below $10, it's a steal deal for you. And then what is the best case scenario for you? So surprisingly, the best case scenario for you is for the stock to keep falling, because the longer or the more it falls and the longer it stays down, the bigger position you can build out. For example, if you have a period like this in Palantir, obviously, let's say at $10, this period is a bit more than a year. And if you have, I don't know, $1,000 every month that you can invest into Palantir, then you can invest $10,000 or $12,000 at a steal deal. Now, what's the worst thing that can happen to you if you agree with me that this is the strategy? It is that the stock price does something like this, and you only manage to buy once, and then the stock is not a deal anymore. So you have to go look for other stocks. So in these times that seem very hopeless, I know a lot of you Palantir investors are very much down, and I really feel for you. I'm also down. My cost average is 9 something, but I sincerely hope for all of us that you understand what I said in this video and that you decide to cost average down if you believe in the thesis. By the way, you can check it out on Patreon, $5 a month, support the channel, you earn my eternal gratitude. You basically average in and you take advantage of this fantastic deal that I believe that Palantir is right now. And by the way, even if you don't believe in Palantir, this applies to any other stock. I don't know, maybe you like Netflix or Tesla. Tesla is a fantastic stock. Videos coming about it later. Then you can really, really increase your position and really, really win on the upside. I think we are having an opportunity that, a few times in a lifetime, there is, always stock market crashes coming. But I don't believe that we're going to have many opportunities like this in our lifetimes. And I really hope that you do the smart thing and you don't get scared and you really use this opportunity to win. And I wish the best of luck to you. And thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.